Hey everybody, how you doing? Okay, today what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to go ahead and make this salad that I make in the spring and in the summer. To me, this is a salad that just really goes well when it comes to the warmer weather. And what it is, and you can put it in anything you want, I always put it in this. I have 2 Roma tomatoes, some Garbanzo beans, and you need fresh garlic, and fresh green beans, and I will snap all of these, okay? You know, take off the ends, snap them, and then I'm going to put them into some boiling water just for about, probably about 7 minutes at the most, just so they're a little par cooked, if you will. Then we're going to add, I'm going to use white balsamic. I might use a little bit of the dark, but I like the white on this one. And then some extra virgin olive oil, salt and pepper, and then I'll go out and pick a little bit of basil at the end and put it in with it. Okay, so I'll be back in just a minute and we'll start with the green beans. Okay, so I snapped off the ends, and you know the string a lot of times that comes off with them. Now I'm going to go ahead and snap them again in half because I don't want them this long because you're eating it as a salad, you know what I mean? You just want them, you don't want them so big. I have the water boiling. As soon as it comes to a boil, I'll put these in it, then I'll take them out after about 6-7 minutes, tops, maybe even a little bit less, just to kind of boil, just cook them a little bit. And before I take them out of the water, I'm going to go ahead and take a couple cloves of garlic, put them down in the bottom, so when I put the warm green beans back in there, the warmth will the green beans will kind of take on the garlic better being warm than if it was cold. And then I'll let it sit until they're room temperature, and that gives the garlic time to kind of marry into the green bean, if you will. And then we will put in the garbanzo, and then I'll do the tomato, and then the balsamic and the olive oil. And then I'll put a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and top it with basil. It's a very, very good salad. It goes really well with chicken, well, really goes with anything. But barbecued chicken, water's boiling. As soon as I get the water to boil, I'll put these in and I'll be back. Okay, now what I'm going to do while the water is boiling, I'm going to take a couple cloves of garlic. All right. Okay, so I'm going to take, like I said, I'll take a couple. And I always use this little thing I got from Pampered Chef. I used to have Pampered Chef parties a lot. And with the money that I would get, I'd get, you know, certain little things. Well, this thing really works. What you do is you just roll it, and it takes off the skin from the garlic. See that? The skin's completely off. I'll do this one. We'll just roll it. Take it out. Skin's off. And there, I don't know if you can see it, the skin of the garlic is inside there. I love this thing because I hate to peel the skin off of it. Then I use also from Pampered Chef, especially for something like this, where you want really thin slices of garlic, is this garlic slicer from Pampered Chef. Be right back. The water's boiling. Okay, so now I'm going to take a little bit of olive oil. I'm going to use this to slice. You see how paper thin that garlic is? I don't want to bite into a big chunk of garlic. Okay, that's the last thing I want to do. I want it to be thin enough, and it takes every bit. I love it. I love these two. I have had these for years and years, and I use them whenever I am using garlic. Now, you might want more garlic. Garlic, if I have too much, hurts my stomach. So I have to be careful not to overindulge. I mean, I love garlic, don't get me wrong. But, like I say, my stomach doesn't like it if I use too much. So I'm just going to put the rest of my garlic back in my little garlic home. With the little, I got this as a gift from a co-worker one year. Okay. All right. I'm going to take, well, I'm almost ready to take the green beans out. What we'll do, I already washed the tomatoes. I'm going to thinly slice the Roma tomatoes. I could use my mandolin, but it's just as easy. I mean, if you were doing a lot of them, but this is just as easy to do. So those will be ready to go. Okay, so there's that. I'm going to drain my garbanzo beans, and then the green beans will be ready to take out of the boiling water. Okay. Green beans are out. Just putting them into my strainer. I love the really dark green color it gives by doing this as well. Okay, now make sure these are drained good. Alright, now I'm going to put them back in to this while they're hot, okay? But that's the only thing I'm going to put in there while it's hot, because I want that oil and garlic to marry into these green beans, okay? That's why I put the olive oil on the bottom, okay? And I'll let this sit until it's room temperature, okay? And then I'll be back and we'll put the rest of it together. But I don't want the tomatoes getting warm. I don't want that, okay? So I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. room temperature. Now I'm going to add the tomatoes. No, you know what? I'm going to add the garbanzo beans first. Okay, and I rinsed them. Okay, I'm just going to want that oil and that garlic. And then what I do is after I add everything, I put it in the fridge for about an hour so everything kind of marries together. Okay. I'm going to put the tomatoes. And you can cut the tomatoes up if you want. I like to slice them and leave them. That's just my preference. And this salad can make a pretty presentation depending on what you put it in. I just put it in here because it's just, you know, I'm not doing it for a party or anything like that, or a dinner. Okay. Okay. And then I'm going to add a little bit more olive oil, not much, and then the balsamic. Now, a lot of times I put the dark balsamic, for presentation purposes, I don't sometimes, but I do like the white balsamic as well. You can use either, I mean. Okay, okay, cracked black pepper and a little bit of pink Himalayan. Not a lot. I don't like a lot of it, but I do like a little. Okay. All right. I'm going to go out real quick and get a couple leaves of basil, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, it's done. Very pretty. This is such a refreshing, that's the way I can describe it. It's just a very refreshing salad. So I hope that you will try it. There you go. Very nice. There's some of the basil, green beans. I want to start growing these. Actually, I'm going to start growing all of this because the prices are just crazy. Guys, until we get together again, remember the world's a better place because you're in it. There's only one you, and you bring something to this world no one else can. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.